In this video, we're going to take a look at how to find areas of sectors of circles. So in order to find the area of the sector of the circle, I need to take into account the area of the entire circle and then multiply by whatever fraction of the circle it is that I have. So for number 1 here, I'm going to look at the area of this circle is given by the formula pi r squared. But when I plug in a 4, the area of the entire circle is 16 pi square units. Now I have to look at what fraction of the circle I have. I have 45 3/60ths of the circle, or 1/8. So I'm going to take the area of my circle and multiply that by 1/8. Now I'm going to leave my answers in exact form, but that doesn't mean that I can't simplify them. So I'm going to take 1/8 of 16 and replace that with a 2 pi square units. Okay, looking at the second one, I would do pi r squared would be the entire circle, but I want 120 3/60ths of that circle, or 1/3. To leave this in exact form, I would just write that as 49 pi all over 3 square units. Okay, and lastly, looking at number 3, I would do pi times 11 squared, which would be 121 pi for the area of the entire circle. I have 270 degrees shaded, so that would be 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify that. And then I can just leave that as 3 times 121 is 363 pi over 4. That does not reduce to an integer, so I would leave it as is. Now I'm going to take these same problems, but instead of finding the area of the sector, I just changed it quick to calculate the length of the arc. So the length of the arc is based off of the circumference equal to pi times the diameter, or 2 pi r, either equation works. And just like with the area of the sector, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the fraction of the circle. So first I'm going to find the circumference of the entire circle, which would be pi times the diameter, or 8 pi. Now if you remember, 45 3/60ths was 1/8. So I'm going to take 1/8 of that. And my circumference of this, or the length of this arc here, is just going to be pi units. Again, I'm going to leave my answers in exact form today. Pi d is going to be 14 times pi. And then I have 1/3 of the circle. So I'm going to take 1/3 of the circumference, or 14 pi, all over 3. And lastly, I have this one here. My circumference is going to be 22 pi. And then I'm going to take 3/4 of that, which is going to be 66 pi over 4. Now, like I said earlier, just because I'm leaving it in exact form doesn't mean I can't simplify it when I can. So I would rewrite that as 33 pi over 2 units for the arc length. All right, I hope this was helpful for you in finding areas of sectors and lengths of arcs and circles.